Are you like Sheryl? Do you also scroll TikTok when you're bored and chance upon dances that you want to learn? This was exactly what happened to Sheryl today when she was studying for a test. She then went back and tried to learn the dance on her own. The very next day, she showed it off to her friend and...
Hey, you look at my video. Similar to this video,
I don't think so. It looks quite different. Why don't you try this app?
There are actually many people like Sheryl who wish to learn a dance on their own but also have to be their own judge, which might lead to them not being able to correct their wrong movements. Introducing Sing the Moves, an Android mobile application that utilizes post-estimation technologies to help learners learn dance through the comparison of dance movements with a dancer of their choice and receive feedback on their movements. Sing the Moves utilizes the camera of the smartphone. The application will allow users to take any video using their smartphone camera. Users can also choose videos from their camera roll to upload onto the application. After the application receives both videos, a frame-by-frame post-estimation and extraction of landmark coordinates would be performed for each video. Thereafter, there would be post-processing of the frames. Dynamic time warping, which is the matching of frames in the two videos, would be performed. Based on the matched frames from dynamic time warping, the similarity between each frame is calculated. Lastly, an overall similarity score and comparison video between learner and teacher video would be displayed to the user. Let's now dive into the specifics. Post-estimation is a technique that involves estimating the positions of a person's body joints. This technique makes use of deep neural networks, which generally works in two stages: person detection and key point localization. Depending on the order in which they are performed, they can be classified into either top-down approach or bottom-up approach. In the top-down approach, the person is first detected in the frame, followed by the localization of the key points on the person. MediaPipe Pose is Google's open-source framework that is based on Blaze Pose topology. MediaPipe Pose utilizes RGB frames to produce a background segmentation mask and 33 3D landmarks. In the bottom-up approach, identity-free key points are first detected and localized on the frames before the points are grouped together into individual persons. YOLO V7 Pose is a single-stage multi-person key point detector. It is similar to the bottom-up approach and produces 17 landmark coordinates. The removal of facial features and the normalization of coordinates was to focus on the body motion and to account for people appearing in different parts of the video, people of different body shapes, sizes, and height. An approximation of dynamic time warping, fast DTW, was implemented as it has a linear time and space complexity. Two similarity comparison methods were used, namely angle similarity and cosine similarity. However, it was found that cosine similarity does not take into account the distances between the landmarks in the two videos, but only considered the similarity in the direction of the landmarks. Therefore, cosine similarity might not be a suitable similarity matrix as it gives the users a false sense of correctness. Together with the accuracy score, a feedback video to visually demonstrate the similarities and differences would also be generated. The pose of the teacher, highlighted in either green or red, will be superimposed on top of each frame in the student video, with the student's pose being in blue. The green color will indicate an accurate movement, while red color indicates an inaccurate movement. A user study was conducted. It had a total of 20 participants with an equal distribution of dance knowledge among the participants. Here shows a combination of the post estimator and similarity calculator that was used for each algorithm. The algorithms were evaluated against 8 different scenarios. In this scenario, algorithm 1 was found to have performed better as a frame-by-frame analysis shows that algorithm 2's post-estimation might not be detecting the landmarks as well as algorithm 1's, which caused inaccurate angles calculated. Both algorithms generally do not have a problem in detecting landmarks with slight occlusion of the arms or facial features in a 2D space. However, there was a discrepancy between participants' rating and algorithms' accuracy, as a frame-by-frame analysis of videos showed that the algorithms were able to detect subtle differences in angles that humans were not able to, especially smaller angles. The finding between participants' rating and algorithms' rating was similar to the previous scenario. An analysis of the videos in this scenario showed that algorithm 2 is not as reliable as algorithm 1 in detecting and tracking landmarks when there was blurring due to fast motion. In terms of side view detection, algorithm 1 and 2 performs similarly. Algorithm 1 is not able to detect the landmarks on the occluded side with confidence, and on the other hand, algorithm 2 attempts to infer the landmark positions, but is inaccurate in doing so. In terms of back view detection, algorithm 2 seems to perform better than algorithm 1. Algorithm 1 incorrectly assumes a front face detection and is unable to detect with confidence. In contrast, algorithm 2 is able to accurately detect and track even when fully occluded through the use of inference. Both algorithms are still able to detect and track the pose of the person even at a distance of 300 cm. However, algorithm 1 seems to outperform algorithm 2 as there are more instances of algorithm 2 failing to detect certain landmarks. Algorithm 1 is still capable of detecting pose accurately even in situations where the contrast is very poor. This is evident even in situations where participants have reported difficulties in accurately detecting the movements. The algorithms are able to detect landmarks reasonably well, even at a lower quality of 480p. In summary, algorithm 1 demonstrates higher accuracy and consistency in estimating poses and calculating similarity score, making it a more suitable choice. Eventually, Sheryl was able to master the dance that she wanted to learn with the help of seeing the moves.